Alert day conditions expected as we kick off the final week of August for heat. How hot we will get in the full forecast.
Plus, a criminal complaint about a Baraboo drug dealer possibly linked to several police officers. That's now released. The new details being uncovered in the case. And our Reality Check series returns. This time with a look into Tammy Baldwin's speech at the Democratic National Convention yesterday. It's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening and thanks for joining us. We will start with the weather. The temperatures heating back up for the weekend, but after that, even warmer. The News 3 Now weather team issuing multiple alert days for early next week. For more, let's head to the weather patio where meteorologist Blaze Keller has a look at your first warn forecast. Blaze?
That's right. We're expecting triple-digit heat index values for not only Monday, but Tuesday as well. We were looking at the data late Monday to see if the conditions stuck around into Tuesday. We were confident on Monday, and now it looks like the data is suggesting that those high dew points, kind of the reason why it's going to feel as hot as it will, stick around into your Tuesday. So alert day Monday, Tuesday. Let's take a look at what it could feel like as we kick off our next work week, the final full week of August. Into the triple digits we go for heat index values. Actual air temperatures Monday will be in the low to mid 90s. Tuesday, slightly cooler, but it's still going to feel as though we are in those triple digits. And across all of the News 3 Now coverage area, anybody in the red, you are underneath that major risk from heat on Monday. And again, towards the southwest into parts of Grant, Crawford County, could see pockets of that extreme risk from heat. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, stay cool, make sure that you're checking in on the elderly, limit your time and your pet's time outdoors to avoid heat exhaustion and further heat stroke. The good news is we are quiet on this Friday, wrapping up this work week on the quiet side with temperatures still in the 60s and 70s, but we'll eventually all settle into more of those mid 60s tonight with a light southerly wind. Partly cloudy conditions. We are going to be tracking out the relief from the heat and what the start of September looks like in the full forecast.
Blaze, thank you. Now to the latest on that Baraboo cocaine bust that we first reported last week. A new criminal complaint says officers found more than 40 grams of cocaine in William Deppy's home. It was just last week, August 13th, the Sauk County Sheriff's deputies arrested him. Deppy had a search warrant issued against him the day before. During the arrest and a search of his home, the criminal complaint said responding deputies found several guns, silencers, and cocaine. And because of the amount, Deppy was charged with intent to sell. Officials say they also found 2 children under the age of 13 alone in the home with the drugs. In total, Deppy faces 24 charges. Again, deputies arrested Deppy on the 13th. That same day, Baraboo police started investigating 3 of their own officers and put 1 on leave in connection to that case. An investigation underway in Monona after a person was found dead inside a home last night. Officers responded to a disturbance on East Gate Road. As they got there, officers say they made contact with the victim. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office is working to determine a cause of death here. There were no additional suspects involved in this incident. 1 person is dead after a house fire that happened in Janesville. The death discovered Thursday afternoon when fire crews came for a welfare check at the home near the intersection of East Memorial Drive and Richards Court. The cause of the fire was improperly discarded smoking materials. There were no working smoke or carbon monoxide alarms inside the home at the time. Tonight, dozens of high school football teams are beginning their run at a state title, but for the Reedsburg High School team, they'll have to wait at least for 2 more weeks. This after administrators announced tonight's and also next Friday's games have been canceled. The district says an investigation into a community matter has left the varsity program unable to safely field a team for the first 2 games of the season. No further details are being provided due to confidentiality issues with the students. The Beavers are expected to return to the field on September 6th against La Crosse Central High School. Both conventions have now wrapped up with speeches from notable Wisconsin politicians and candidates. During the Republican National Convention, News 3 Now did a reality check on Senate candidate Eric Hovde's remarks. Last night, Senator Tammy Baldwin took the stage. Our Armand Rahman dives into her speech to bring you the facts.
On night 4 of the DNC, Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin took the stage for a brief speech, doubling down on her stance as a champion for benefit programs for the elderly.
But let's be clear, that is all at risk today.
Baldwin attacked Donald Trump for suggesting he would be willing to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
And he said, and I quote, "There's a lot you can do in terms of cutting."
This is true. Baldwin directly referenced a phone interview back in March on CNBC. Trump told viewers that to tackle the national debt, he would look at those entitlement programs.
There is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting and in terms of also the theft and the bad management of entitlements.
A Trump campaign spokesperson later told CNN that the former president was, quote, clearly talking about cutting waste, not entitlements.
He's talking about cutting Social Security and Medicare while giving a huge new tax break to billionaires and corporations. Well, Kamala Harris is not going to let that happen.
Harris herself echoed those sentiments when formally accepting the Democratic nomination for president Thursday.
We are not going back to when Donald Trump tried to cut Social Security and Medicare.
This is true. According to PolitiFact, as President Trump did propose policies that would have cut parts of the program, they weren't adopted. But when he was running in 2020, he promised not to cut Social Security. There's also been claims from the left that Republicans are going after Social Security within their Project 2025 plan. This is false. That's drafted by the separate conservative think tank, the Heritage Foundation, and while it mentions changes to the program, their website explicitly states it doesn't advocate cutting Social Security. This is Arman Rahman with your reality check.
Armand, thank you. Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says he is now suspending his campaign and endorsing former President Donald Trump. Kennedy said he no longer believes he has a realistic path of electoral victory. He then said he will now give his support to Trump. During his speech today, Kennedy said the former president asked to, quote, enlist him in his administration. Kennedy said the offer came in 2 meetings with Donald Trump, the first in the days after the assassination attempt against Trump back in July, and a second meeting just weeks later. With Election Day just 74 days away now, News 3 Now is launching a new election brand. It's called 3 for the People, and we're going to focus on doing 3 things for you and your family. We promise to cover local issues that matter to you. We promise to be your advocates for accurate information, and we promise to be innovative and interesting. And right now you can head to channel3000.com and check out our new 3 for the People page, where you'll find interactive tools like a voter guide along with all of our stories from both political conventions this summer. If you've already downloaded our app, a push alert should be waiting for you on your home screen. We hope you continue to choose News 3 Now for your election coverage. The Universities of Wisconsin Board of Regents is officially recommending $855 million in new funding for the system. It's part of a 2-year budget proposal. The funding would help the universities avoid tuition hikes, give raises, and keep providing free tuition for low-income families. The proposal now goes to Governor Tony Evers. Last night, the Baraboo City Council voted to add a referendum question to the November ballot. The question seeks to increase the property tax levy by $2 million starting next year. It's in order to maintain city services and also hire new staff to offset rising costs and an increasing population. Taxes would go up about $206 per $100,000 in property value should this ballot issue pass. City Administrator John Young says that since 2014, the tax levy has increased by just over 12%. However, inflation, as we all know, is up quite a bit, up 34% since then. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 10, Blaze returns. A complete look at your weekend forecast, and it's week 1 of the final drive. Highlights from around the area. High school football returns. We'll be right back.
Have you been holding off your furniture purchase? Wait no longer. Labor Day savings start now at Ashley. Save up to $400 instantly on furniture, like this sofa and love seat set, now $599, and special holiday financing for 60 months, only at Ashley.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. I was 27 years old, and the doctor told me I have MS. You quickly realize what's the most important things in life: family, friendships, love, helping other people. It makes you much more empathetic and compassionate to those that are struggling and suffering. I wanted to achieve my goals and dreams, but I wanted to take my resources and save as many children as I possibly could.
Drive into summer with a new Honda Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, or the all-new Civic Hybrid. Take a vacation, staycation, or just a weekend drive with the windows down. Whatever you do, make it epic with Honda. The 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall EV and Hybrid Brand. So act now. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world.
sober, you drive.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
I am proud of you.
Choosing to celebrate the special moments. For those recovering from stroke, injury, or illness, choosing Encompass Health for inpatient rehabilitation may just be their most important choice.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Get select large thin crust pizzas for $8.99. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza so you can make the pizza great.
Such a great deal.
$8.99. That is a great deal.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
The alarming spike in inflation soaring to its highest level in nearly 40 years.
That is called Bidenomics.
Gas prices rose again today, reaching a new all-time high.
We're still dealing with inflation, and we've got super high interest rates at the same time.
Bidenomics is working.
2/3 of Americans are just struggling to make ends meet.
And this comes after Friday's jobs report showing a spike in unemployment.
And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
During the Labor Day Mattress Marathon at Ashley, take up to $1,200 off on select Beauty Rest Black adjustable sets. Plus, get up to $300 in free furniture, 60-month 0% interest financing, and free delivery. Going on now at Ashley.
You have a consumer issue and you keep getting the runaround. Need help?
It's call for action to help me. Nobody else did.
Contact our team by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for action only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Welcome back. Tropical storm Hone is threatening to deliver a blow to Hawaii. A tropical storm watch has been raised for the Big Island, and the storm is on track to pass close to the state sometime this weekend. It's set to bring heavy rain, strong winds, dangerous seas, and fire concerns to a dry state still recovering from one of the most devastating wildfires in U.S. history. It's going to be hot and humid over the next few days. Blaze now with a complete look at your forecast.
That's right, and because of that, we've gone ahead and issued Tuesday into an alert day. We're still keeping Monday in an alert day as well, due to not only hot temperatures, but triple-digit heat index values. So what it will feel like as we kick off our next work week. We could see heat advisories being issued, so stay with News 3 Now for the latest. There's a look at what it may feel like as we're going into your Monday mid to late afternoon between the hours of 3 and 5, both Monday and Tuesday. That's going to be the hottest point of the day. So this is what it may feel like. We're not anticipating 100 degrees for actual temperatures on Monday, but we'll probably top out in those low to mid 90s, only feeling like we've cooled into those low, mid, upper 70s, if not the low 80s overnight into Tuesday. So as I mentioned before, during these hot stretches, it's really important that you not only stay cool and hydrated by drinking water during the daytime hours, but at night as well, when your body is resting, when you're trying to get relaxed and recuperate for the next day. It's important that your body is able to do that without overheating at night. Check in on your elderly friends and family and make sure that your pets are staying cool and hydrated too, as we see a major and even extreme threat from, risk from heat rather, for your Monday. Pockets of the purple, the extreme, they're popping up in northeastern Iowa, as well as extreme southwestern parts of Wisconsin into parts of Grant and Crawford County. So it's just a short stretch of heat, but it will certainly feel like it's lasting for quite some time, maybe for folks who don't like the heat and humidity. It's been a while. We haven't really tapped into this heat since the end of July. We're hanging out in the low to mid 60s tonight underneath mild conditions. It's quiet on radar 3000. We're not anticipating any rain until maybe Saturday night into Sunday. We're going to climb, as I said, into those low to mid 80s. With the humidity, we have to wait until the atmosphere cools a little bit, typically around this time of night, to get those overnight showers and thunderstorms. That's why during the dog days of summer, we really don't see those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. It's more into the evening and overnight. So Saturday should be dry. We're going to see plenty of sunshine, turning more partly cloudy as the day goes on. Light southerly winds are going to stick with us throughout your Saturday. We are anticipating some rainfall, though, probably towards the end of next week once we do cool down and start to bring the jet stream back south into parts of the Great Lakes region, the northern plains. Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be into Canada, so it's going to take a lot of that rain with it. Aside from those overnight showers and thunderstorms Saturday and maybe again Sunday, the heavier rain is going to hold off, or the better chance for more widespread rain is going to hold off until the second half of next week. Now, earlier this morning, right around 6:10 to 6:15 this morning, you had to be up rather early, but Karen, as she was pulling into a gas station in Evansville, managed to capture a fireball or meteor skating across parts of Wisconsin. So thank you, Karen, for that. But what we were able to really determine from, or the American Meteor Society was able to determine from about 75 reports, is that the meteor most likely took a path from about Augusta, so in Eau Claire County, and made its way south and eastward about 60 miles, burning up somewhere just outside of Toma. We have a whole write-up on our website, channel3000.com. If you saw any strange maybe lights this morning and you thought, what is that? You're looking off towards the northwest. The American Meteor Society wants to hear from you because they collect those reports even after the event has come and gone. We have a link to that as well in our write-up. There is a look at your 10-day forecast. Alert day Monday, Tuesday. Stay with News 3 now for the latest. If a heat advisory is issued for where you live, you can get alerts sent directly to you from downloading our First Warn weather app. As I mentioned, we do cool down into the second half of next week, and it does look like we dry out and remain cool as we go into your Labor Day weekend and then into the actual Labor Day itself on Monday.
Well, high school football is officially back, and that means so is the final drive. I'm Zach Hanley, he's Andrew Banstra, and let's kick this thing off, huh?
Now, usually in week one, teams face opponents that they're not too familiar with because it's non-conference play, but that's not the case in our game of the week.
No. Lake Mills and Lakeside Lutheran are pretty familiar with each other. They're separated by less than a mile.
That's exactly right, and they're playing for more than bragging rights. Hamburgers on the line from the Lake Mills Legion. It's the 2024 edition of the Slider Bowl, and this one slid all the way up and down. To start off, it was all Warriors. Benjamin Crockless slings one to his guy, Nathan DeNoyer, and the big gainer would set up this. On the goal line, Crockless with just a yard to gain, and he'd stick his nose in and do it himself. Lutheran took a 6-0 lead into half, but something changed at half because Lake Mills came out of the locker room a different team. After being shut out in the first, they would tear it up in the second, coming all the way back to win it. 21-12 is the final. The last two seasons, Mount Horeb Barneveld has improved each year. More wins and a step further in the playoffs.
But if we know one thing about Brett St. Arnold and his Vikings, they're not satisfied with reaching level 3. Up first for MHB, Baldwin Woodville, and the Sharks were feasting in that first quarter. Blackhawks looking for something, and Owen Asselman says, I'll take that, and the Vikings would turn that turnover into points. Owen Primesberger plunges it in from a yard out to give MHB a 6-0 lead. Now, they were down 7-6, but answered immediately with, let's just call him Optimus Primesberger. He takes the handoff from Chris Keel off the kickoff, and he throw up the deuces and set an extra plate at the table, Mama, because he's got reservations for 6. Vikings roll 58-39. Now, like MHB, Stoughton starts their year 1-0. The Vikings went on the road and left with a 25-22 win in the Highway 138 rivalry over Oregon. Now, Edgewood and McFarland don't have a final score for that, but we do know Columbus took down Greenfield, and DeForest walked it off with a 2-point conversion in overtime over Brookfield Central.
And some other scores from our area. Janesville Craig starts their year with a statement, topping Sun Prairie West 42-8, and Beaver Dam beat Fort Atkinson 48-21. Fresh off an undefeated season that ended in a Division IV state championship, there is a new era underway in Lodi.
Yeah, Kyle Mack steps in to lead the Blue Devils, and his week 1 opponent is no slouch. The Cheesemakers always play a tough brand of physical football. Monroe looking to get back to their 2022 form when they won it all. Lodi, though, struck first in this one. Cale Schneider keeps his cool with the bobbled snap and then puts a dime on Kyle Kurt. 32 yards on the pitch and catch puts the Blue Devils up 7-0. Now, Monroe would answer right back. Ben Gadula walks in untouched from a few yards out, but they'd miss the extra point, and that would be costly. Look at the final score. Lodi gets the Week 1 win, 7-6, the final.
Both Darlington and Platteville are coming off great seasons. The Redbirds finished runner-up in 6, while the Hillmen, they won the SWC and reached level 2.
And just like last season, the two meet up again to open up their seasons. Darlington won last year's game, had a 14-point lead at halftime, and weren't done scoring in the second half. Zeke Zuber-Mueller throws a dart to Broker Busher, and B Squared makes it a 3-score game. Then later, it's Callum Christ running like a man possessed. He ain't stopping until he finds pay dirt. Darlington, Blake's Platteville, 28-0 is your final. Well, Cambridge and Randolph had different seasons last year. The Blue Jays finished 500 and saw their season come to an end in level 1.
The Rockets, on the other hand, they won 9 games and reached level 3, and this season, both teams have high expectations. This one was tight heading to half, but the Blue Jays just had it going on in the second. Early third, Matthew Buckman, the senior, buying time, rolling around, and he gets it into his playmaker's hands. Just give the ball to Kiefer Parrish, and good things will happen. Parrish punishing defenders all the way inside the 10, and it led to this. The handoff to Owain Nellis, who scoots into the end zone for the score. But the Blue Jays, they were just getting started. Their next possession, remember what I said about Kiefer Parrish. He is a problem. Buckman finds his man again, and this time he's off to the races. Cambridge runs away with it, winning 39-8, the final.
And some other scores to pass along. Potosi-Cassville starts their season with a 32-21 win over Cuba City. And in SWC SWAL crossover, it was Lancaster over Mineral Point, 21-6. And we're just getting started. Badgers and big crowds go hand in hand on the volleyball court. What the freshmen think heading into their big-time showcase. More sports after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. America needs a commander-in-chief who's tough on illegal immigration. Kamala Harris fails that test.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct. That is correct.
Kamala was Biden's border czar. She supported sanctuary cities and taxpayer benefits for illegal immigrants. And she created the worst border crisis in American history. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Shop our great selection of water softeners today for softer skin and cleaner clothes. Morton's look-ahead technology learns and predicts your water needs, saving you money. This 34,000 grain water softener is $419.89 after rebate. Update the floors in your home with Great Lakes Heritage Vinyl Plank. It features an attached pad for comfort and is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Just $329 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on.
I want that.
Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
I want that.
Make it a lease on a new Ford Bronco Sport for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
I'm so happy I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately.
It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Kamala Harris has spent decades fighting violent crime. As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border. As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Wisconsin volleyball passed their first couple of tests this month, and they're about to wrap up their two-a-days, and they took care of Bradley in their exhibition matchup. But now the stage is about to get a lot bigger. Wisconsin opens up their season in Louisville for the First Serve Showcase, and the environment is going to kind of feel like the Final Four, one that some of the Badgers are used to, while others not quite there yet.
No expectations from me. I mean, haven't experienced something like that yet. Trying not so hard to think about it. Obviously, I'm a little nervous to be playing in front of so many people. The girls have told me at like a certain point, every crowd feels like the same amount, but definitely a lot more than I'm used to. Just expecting to have fun. I just want to win.
Oh, and just a reminder, the Wisconsin Huddle is back for another season. The first episode airs next Friday at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. Ches Malusi will kick things off with us. Now, the first taping is Monday, August 26th at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie at 7 o'clock. Brewers looking to get back on track, visiting the A's. Pat Murphy not smiling there, but maybe he would be after this. Down 2-1 in the second. Rhys Hoskins blasts a 3-run bomb to make it 3-run Brewers. The next batter, Joey Ortiz, he'd hit another to go back-to-back, this one in the 6th. Brewers up 7-3. We're back after this.
We talked about hitting it.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
I need help for my mom. She has dementia. I want a Grace so Mom can get care at home. You know what people say about them? I can't imagine better support through such a painful time. A Grace. Authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
Don't let an appliance breakdown break you down. Shop Brothers Main's super in-stock selection from brands like GE Appliances with support stirred into every purchase. Whether replacing or remodeling, we've got you covered. Brothers Main. Feel like family.
Before she was the most liberal U.S. Senator, Kamala Harris was the liberal San Francisco prosecutor, the most progressive in all of California. She let an MS-13 gang member go, who then murdered a father and his 2 sons. She agreed to release another felon, who then committed murder. And Kamala even protected illegal alien drug dealers so they could escape deportation. Kamala Harris, a dangerous San Francisco liberal. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Introducing TPC Wisconsin, Madison's elite golf club with worldwide privileges, plus extraordinary amenities to keep you active year-round, to keep you fit, and well-equipped for the course, to keep you connected to what matters the most. Play where the pros play with an exclusive membership at TPC Wisconsin. Make it your club today.
It's Hy-Vee's snack sale this Friday through Sunday. Cheez-It crackers, just $1.99.
Hy-Vee yogurt, just 29 cents. Basket and bushel green seedless grapes, just 99 cents a pound. On the Border tortilla chips, queso, or guacamole salsa, just $1.98 each. Intimates Little Bites, just $1.99. And Goldfish crackers, just $1.48. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Hi, my name is David. I've been working hard and not giving up since I was a kid. And I bring that same spirit to Gruber Law Offices. We are fighters, scrappy but respectful, pushing hard for our clients. We know how to win, and we're not afraid to get back up after taking a hit, advocating for the underdog and pursuing justice. We are just warming up, and we're ready to continue serving Wisconsin with all we've got. One call, that's all.
Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now, weekend mornings, moving forward.
Tonight on The Late Show. Hello, Chicago! Colbert's got Hillary Rodham Clinton, plus Julia Louis-Dreyfus, tonight on CBS.
And finally tonight, Andrew, what's better than one cute baby panda?
You tell me.
Two, of course, and we're not talking about us. A giant panda named Meng Meng gave birth to twins in Berlin, Germany on Thursday. This is the second set of twins for Meng Meng. Giant panda cubs are born almost naked, did not know that, deaf, blind, and pink.
Tough start.
The typical black and white panda markings only develop later. This tiny pair is about 5.5 inches long, and they weigh 5 and 6 ounces. Their genders haven't been determined yet. Zoo Berlin visitors will not be able to see the new arrivals for a while. That's because they will spend their early days in the back of the panda exclosure. You know what? You learn something new every day.
You do. You
and
truly
we are
do.
not pandas.
No, well, that's for sure. I did have a pet panda. No, I didn't.
No,
maybe one
lying.
day.
You're lying.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
lying. What do we got to do? Say goodnight?
Say goodnight.
Good night, Andrew.
And good night, Zach. And good night, everybody.